Good morning, guys. MWUSA Season 5, Episode 136. It is Monday morning. Early. We're on our way to work. Not that early, but we're on our way to work. And this week is going to be a extremely busy week. We have a lot of stuff going on. We have a very long overnight on Wednesday. We won't be back till probably Thursday evening. There's going to be a lot of driving. One-way trip to our furthest point will be as far as a round trip normally is for us. So it's going to be a long day. We need to get some rest. Tuesday night, we'll be leaving early in the morning Wednesday, heading to one place. And then from there, we have another destination that's even further than the first place. And the first place will be about 3.5 hours away. Second destination, there's at least one stop we can make on the way. This stop, they were pretty much good for both blackjack and slots for a long time. Blackjack, they're still okay. Slots, they've really pared back, and they've kicked out a lot of people, so we just have to be careful there, stay on the good side there, because it's a good resource. This place is a place that has told people no more blackjack, but allowed them to get a player's card and play slots. So, I don't want a player's card there, but that's an interesting thing, interesting concept that they're like, no, we don't want you here, but if you do, we don't want you here playing blackjack, but if you want to play anything else, you can. And I don't know what it's like to have that, because every back off I've ever had, 100% have been, you got to leave and don't come back. So, that would be interesting. Hopefully, we don't get backed off at all, though. Also, this week, we have another Coach's Corner. Coach took a long hiatus there, and then all of a sudden we have a lot of them coming. So we have another Coach's Corner number 12 coming up. I'm not sure which day that one's going to drop, but that'll be sometime this week. Today I had 4 events, of which 2 of them I don't need to attend, so we're in good shape. Tomorrow, Tuesday, I have no meetings. Wednesday, no meetings, which is good, because it'll be a long driving day, and I'll have the laptop with me. It'll look like I'm working the whole time, and it'll be basically free money coming in. Thursday, I have 1 meeting that I don't have to go to, and then Friday, our team meeting. So it's going to be a very light week. And then next week, let me think. Today is the 8th. Yeah, so now we're we're about 2 weeks away from our trip also. So if you recall, that'll be with a friend of mine and his kid and my wife and my son. So that will be interesting as well. If we can get that one to work, if everything gels, if everybody likes each other, all that kind of stuff, and it works out well and we make good money, that may be a little trip that we do once a month. I don't know if my wife will want to go once a month, but that may be something really worthwhile. So we'll see about that. We're hoping that works out well. Also, we'll be scheduling our trip to Vegas probably in the next week or so. So a lot of stuff going on, a lot of stuff on my mind. Yesterday, long day. Again, over 10,000 steps, which is not unusual, but all of it in one casino. And didn't make money in the traditional way at all. I used to go into the casinos in that area, and there were multiple ones that I could go to at the time, and hit 2 of them for $500, $600, $700 in blackjack. And sometimes I'd have time for the third one, blackjack, and on an overnight I'd have a 4th one. But usually I hit at least 2 of them, play blackjack, and go home. And then as time went on, I started doing slots more, started learning more about it, started mixing that in, started really making money, because now I'm making money both ways. I'm walking in, looking at slots, going to the blackjack table, playing, looking at slots on the way out, and I was kind of double dipping, and that was like the peak of making money. Now I have to dance around. There's too many people checking slots. There are not enough blackjack tables. The people put me in the system when they see me, so I have to dance around, find the pit bosses that don't know me, play on other pit bosses' break times, all this crazy stuff, play at night when people know me less, so there's less opportunity. So having an outlet like this trip and the Vegas trip coming up will be really good. So there is a guy who sent me his podcast information, and he wanted to meet in Vegas next time I go. I'll look him up. I will be landing in Los Angeles next time, I believe Los Angeles, for a meeting first. So yeah, so that's really what's on my mind this morning. It's hot. It's 76 degrees already, and we are on our way to the office. It's hazy skies. I already played some online stuff this morning, made a little bit of money, $80, but it's a good way to start your morning. So that's what's going on right now, heading out to the office, and I'll be back to update you soon. Alright guys, I am back. Yesterday when I was on my way home, I noticed that I had a 1 hour and 10-minute recording where I had this, I don't know if I actually tried to record something or not, because it was kind of blank at the beginning, and then I skipped toward the end, and it was just me walking around and the noise of me checking machines. Imagine if I accidentally left that in the episode, how long that would be. Anyway, I am just leaving the office, 10:30 right now, and heading out to the casino. As always, on Monday, we're going to try to make a little bit of money. We're going to get our free food, hopefully, just depending on timing and stuff like that. As of right now, everything is in good shape, timing-wise. When I got to the office this morning, all the people that work in my department were all, well, I got there first, and then they all came after that, and then they all gathered around right next to my cube, and of course talk like little old ladies forever. And by the time they were done talking, I was pretty much done for the morning with my work, so I guess good for me. So this afternoon I have I'm doing some major changes on our systems right now, and it's working out really, really well. Luckily, there's no change review that has to be done. I'm basically given the keys and do what you need to do to make things right. So I'm doing that. There is one team that we just started scanning root on Red Hat systems, and we weren't doing that before, and one team had an enormous number of vulnerabilities, like equal to 60% of the rest of the company combined, and all those now are coming due. So now I got to deal with them, that now we're going to have tens of thousands of late vulnerabilities. So I'm going to work with them and maybe temporarily get an exception that, in order to keep operations working, we have to have this vulnerability temporarily. So we'll see about that. I already sent out the email. I'm waiting for them to get back to me, and we'll get that updated. Other than that, I had that big project that my manager wanted me to do. I got that thing done, of course, in like half an hour or so, and I was given like a week to do it. So I turned that in today. But one thing is, when you're working in Word or Sheets or anything like that, versioning can be seen, so they can see when you worked on stuff, how many hours you worked on it, when you made changes, all those different things. So if I have a project such as this, and this is valuable information, if I have a project such as this where I'm given a week to get it done, and I get it done in 30 minutes, they're going to be like, oh, well, obviously you can do more stuff, right? But what I do and what I did today is I copied it out of the original document that I created. I created a new document and pasted all of it in it all at one time, so the data shows that it was created and saved in like 1 second. It doesn't show history, so they don't know how long I worked on it. So I think that's valuable. It doesn't show that I only worked on it for 30 minutes, but then didn't turn it in for 4 days to make it look like I worked on it longer. So I guess there's some more advanced stuff that can be done, but if they don't trust you that much, then that's really a problem. So that works for me. So right now we're heading to the casino. 82 degrees, hazy skies right now. And today is the day that the internet company is coming out to my house, where my kid drove over the fiber optic cable, and that will get fixed today. The other long cable stretched across my yard was removed, so that was a couple hundred feet, and that was taken care of. So hopefully they get this taken care of today. We'll see what happens with that. So right now let's head to the casino. I'll be back. Alright guys, as I'm getting closer to my stop here, I made a decision yesterday that I'm no longer going to take pictures like I used to. I used to take pictures of almost every play and then document them and average them and all that kind of stuff. And now I think for the older systems, the older machines that I've been playing for years, I'm no longer going to do that unless it's a big win, like, I don't know, hundreds X or, you know, $1,000 or something really big. But the everyday things I used to take pictures of were, I'm moving 1,000 pictures a month off my phone because my phone is filling up, and I'm moving them to my computer at home. I'm not going to do that anymore. So I think that's a big thing. I'm so used to you know, taking a picture before and taking a picture after the play, but you know, on a lot of those it's not necessary anymore, and I'm never going to look at it again. So the information is no longer useful because I have my averages already. So what's the point of doing it? So anyway, all right, getting close to my stop here. I'll be back. All right, guys, I am back. You hear like no jackpot announcements anymore, like none. I mean, it's so bad. I mean, I know the limit got raised and there's a lot less, but when you're here for hours sometimes and you get none, that's pretty bad. Anyway, so far, nothing good. I played one play, $2 a spin, lost like $90 on that one. Got another one at $1.50. That one went a long way. Ended up paying okay. Ended up, between the two of them, I had like $33. So right now, not great. We are looking for something else while I'm waiting for my food, but hold on. Stupid guy. He calls me about a play. I tell him it's not a play. He goes ahead and plays it anyway, and then he calls me to tell me that he lost money and he can't believe that he lost money. I'm like, it's so far away from being where it needed to be. You're probably 200 units away in losing before you get to where it needs to be. So whatever. So now he's like, did you play that other one? I said no. I said, you can have it if you want it. Go ahead, and it's still there. So he's going to go play the other stupid one that I told him is not a good deal. Anyway, all right, I'm finding nothing. We're ahead 33, so whatever. That's pretty bad. Anyway, let's get back to our food, and then I'll come back and update you. Alright guys, just leaving this place, and thought I had it there for a minute. I went back to that one that was kind of low, and there was a guy playing it. He had 74 cents left in it. I thought I was going to be good, and he just sat there and sat there and sat there, didn't play anything. And then finally he reaches in his pocket, pulls out a $100 bill, puts it in there, and then he starts playing that machine at the wrong level. I'm like, hey, this is great. He starts playing it at the $5 level, and he's pounding away at it. Lose, 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 lose. He's down to his last $11. Switches back over to the other level and hits it right away. That's like exhausting because he had no clue. But of course, it worked out for him. So good for him, I guess. Bad for me. I ended up eating a not very good burger, and they put a bun on it, even though I didn't want a bun. And they burned the bun, and they burned the burger. So it was very, very, very mediocre. Not good at all. I mean, this place is getting so cheap. They had where you could buy like bottled drinks and stuff. They got rid of that. Chips, they got rid of that. You could get your own ketchup. You can't get it anymore. You could get your own salt. You can't even get your own salt anymore. It's so ridiculous. People have to walk up there and say, "Can I have a packet of salt?" You know, one of those half-cent packets of salt. So, but we don't deal with pennies, you know. But you know, half-cent packets of salt, we got to protect those. Anyway, I ended my session ahead a whopping $34. So brings us over $100 for the day. Not exactly ideal, but what are you going to do? Now we're going to head back to the office on this very warm day and see what happens here. This place doesn't have a parking garage, so of course the car is baking in the sun while you're in there. My son brought up something that was kind of interesting. You know, in our area there's a lot of farmland, and they're always fighting with the government about solar panels because they want to buy this farmland and put solar up instead of growing food there, and it's so ugly. And the idea is, why don't you put the solar panels on top of parking lots? So like you have a parking lot like this casino, a long big parking lot, and all the cars are baking in the sun, and that's a problem. So instead of hurting the cars, you put solar panels above them, and now you've got solar panels actually producing power and keeping the cars cool, which reduce the amount of power you need to cool the cars. So you're actually helping in more than one way. I'm sure there's a reason why they don't do that. Maybe because they might get damaged if someone hits one of the pillars or something like that. I don't know. But kind of an interesting idea. Not a terrible idea, in my opinion, but I don't have all the information. So anyway, right now let's head back to the office. We'll get there normal time, and my team will be downstairs eating their stupid lunches, their whatever, turkey sandwiches, like a good whatever it is now, Gen Z, millennial, whatever it is. And I'll go grab a drink, get back to my desk, get my work done for the afternoon, go into our team meeting. I should have a couple things to present at that team meeting, and then we'll call it a day, come back to the casino. So yeah, that's what's going on right now. And the fuel I got yesterday on the way home should last me next 2 days. I hope. I'm not positive. It should. And I should be able to make it all the way back to that gas station again to fuel up tomorrow, Wednesday morning for that 36 to 40 hour day. So, all right, let's go back to the office. I'll be back. All right, guys, I am back. It's 2:40, and we're supposed to have our team meeting right now, but manager's not there. So we were all sitting in the room, and I'm like, I don't think the manager's here today. And they're like, oh, okay, let's just cancel. And then one guy's like, well, I got stuff to talk about. So, of course, we sat there for 40 minutes listening to that. But got news from home. The internet people came out. They ran a new line. Everything is good. They did not bury it, but they promised that it's a high priority and they're going to get on it. So that's all I wanted anyway. I wasn't going to cut the cable anyway. So other than that, got all my work done that I was trying to get done today. Sorry about that. And we're heading back to the casino here. Just cleaning up in here while I'm stopped at a light. So I got my laptop next to me here, and during the meeting, one of the guys said, "No, I think I'm gonna go downstairs and get a fridge cig." I'm like, "A fridge cig? What's that?" "Fridge cigarette." I'm like, "What's a fridge cigarette?" White Monster drink. It's a sugar-free Monster. So after we were done talking and stuff, they all went down to get a fridge cig. So I went out the back door. So it's going to take them 20 minutes to go down and get their drinks, and then 5 minutes to walk out to the smoking area and stand around and BS around for half an hour. And by then, I would have already been gone for an hour, and they wouldn't have noticed. And by the time they get it back upstairs, it'll be 4 p.m., and people would have left anyway. So might as well leave now and get a head start. So we're going to head back to the casino right now and see if we can actually make some real money today and go from there. But yeah, got all my work done. Tomorrow should be a lighter day, and then it's gonna be heck the rest of the week. It's gonna be a lot of work the rest of the week for us, but it's gonna be a lot of opportunity, and we need that. So that's what we're itching for. So all right, guys, that's what's going on right now. Temperature is 88 degrees outside, and I'll come back and update you soon. Alright guys, I'm back. See, like right there, I took some pictures, had some big wins, but still was not enough to overcome everything. So let me go back and take a look here real quick at the pictures. If they decide to come up, my phone's running slow because it's 98% full because of the audio files. I need to go back and delete about 30 gigs worth of files here. Here we go. So we had $806 hit. I don't know what this one was. It's cut off. It's like 178. Didn't even come through. Anyway, did have some big hits. I had I guess the camera doesn't take the pictures sometimes when your phone's almost full, so I gotta be careful and make sure it goes through. I had one for 600 in there as well. Was in there for at least an hour, I would say, although, well, my network connection did reset, which means it had been at least an hour. But overall, couldn't get anything good going. My at best was when I first got here, before I even put any money in. I mean, I was negative the whole time. Man, my hotspot won't work. I gotta go back and hopefully this recording even works. I have to go back and delete a bunch of stuff because a lot of stuff on my phone isn't working right now because the phone is too full. I gotta start moving my audio files to the SD card that I have in this thing because it is a huge SD card, and that would solve a lot of my problems. Anyway, and I do need to get a new phone soon too, and I'm gonna get a new phone. I just need to sit down and think it through, and we'll do that. I'll probably keep this phone just for recording audio because of the SD card. Anyway, ended my session down $155 there. I don't even think I even put anything in the system from earlier. How much did I make earlier? 45, 48, something like that. I'm gonna have to go back and listen and see, but so far today was not a great day. Couldn't make money. Oh yeah, it was like 38 or 48 because I remember it put me over 100 with $80 I made from online this morning. But yeah, it's been a tough day. I'm ready for the day to be over. It's hot outside. Traffic looks like it's bad, and we'll get out of here. Overall, didn't find a lot of great plays. I found a lot of big plays, but they weren't that great. And I did see some other people checking machines as well. So my guess is plus 38 earlier, but I'll go back and listen to it. And then minus 155. Anyway, all right. So overall, wasn't a great day. Tomorrow will be better. Wednesday will be awesome. And we'll keep doing the right thing, keep moving in the right direction, hopefully. We can do a couple segments. What did you eat today, MW? I had a triple cheeseburger It's supposed to be with no bun. They put it on a bun. They burned the bun. They burned the burger. And then I said fries on the side so I could give them to somebody. And they put them with the burger. So none of that was good. I give that burger a 4 on a scale of 2 through ace. And what did you tip today, MW? Are you kidding? I didn't have any opportunity to tip because there was no money being made anyway. And I didn't ask for anything from anyone, so no tips. And what did you learn today, MW? I learned that these guys at work are kind of loosening up and talking about some things that could get themselves in trouble. So I just got to be careful and just let them talk and not contribute to the things that they're saying, because all they need is one person in that room to take it to HR, and then they could have some serious problems. So right now, let's head for home, and I just don't have a lot to say. It was a exhausting experience in there on the edge of your seat the whole time and not making any money. Let's go home, relax, and pick things back up tomorrow morning. If you have any questions or comments, my email is mwusa21@gmail.com, mwusa21@gmail.com. See you next time.